Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Gemma, be nice. That might be the theme of this video, unfortunately. Just got home from work and so she's obviously very wound up. But we're gonna get into what I was warming or using this week for home fragrance. So let's just jump right into it. I actually think I potentially used this last week and maybe already talked about it. It's Amber Road, but I also used it in my office, like not a lot. So it still kind of had some fragrance in my office warmer. So what I ended up doing was popping that wax out and putting it in this clam and taking it to work. So it like wasn't quite as strong at work, which I might honestly start doing. I need to determine like what's the best avenue to do that because I don't want to like take unscented wax there, but I want to try to take something that's maybe not quite as strong because some of the scents I bring there, if it's like fresh, it's just like blowing you out of I'll like turn it on for an hour, turn it off for an hour. Like that's the vibe. So I really enjoyed doing this. However, it just takes a lot more like thought and intention. So I want to figure out how to do this. But Amber Road, I am devastated I didn't buy more of this or put it in my club or do something. Some way of having more because I honestly really love this. I need to somehow remember, write this down, put this on my like future list if I see it to grab more because it was so freaking good and I like didn't give it the attention it needs. You know what I mean? It is just like the perfect scent for this time of year too. Perfect transitional. It's honestly not anything like super fancy, but it's just the perfect combination of like a pretty amber and a wood scent. Like it just has a woodiness to it, but the combo is so yummy. Absolutely just ate that one up. It was so good. Okay, next, let's chat about the rest of the stack. I used some Huddle Up. This was the August scent of the month. This is like a grassy scent. It has more notes than grass. It's like a manly grassy scent, let's say. Didn't know where to use this. One cube I did for samples and I was like, I don't hate it. Like I want to try to get some use out of it, but I don't know what to do. Hello, the garage. So I put a cube in the mini warmer in the garage. Smells delicious out there. It is the perfect spot for it. So I probably will put this in my garage rotation because I feel like it's just perfect out there. We've had it with like the garage open and it's just like going and it's just still filling the whole garage. It's very nice. So not like one I would probably do in my house. I could see this being popular with maybe like a man cave or something more manly. I feel like it definitely has that undertone of like a manliness with grass. But I've really been liking it in the garage. And I feel like we live not in an older home. It's maybe like, 25 years old. But just the garage has like a musty smell. It's a garage, you know what I'm saying? So definitely having a warmer out there is not only like fun for me because that's the thing I'm into, but mostly Corey's the garage person. But I feel like it kind of covers up that musty whatever's going on out there. So next, let's talk about this bar I was using in the mornings. It's Graham Cracker Crunch. Finished it up. I had 3 cubes left, so I just popped all of those into my morning warmer. Been loving using the warmer in the mornings. I feel like it's a lot less maintenance kind of than trying to either like babysit a candle or like do any of that business. I just turn it on when I get up and then I turn it off before I leave. And I love this scent. I feel like this scent is just peanut butter graham cracker, not available anymore, but I have this in my club and it never misses. Like I feel like in the clam, you're like, I don't know. But when it warms, it's just so yummy. Every time I'm like, yes, please. And then I was feeling like I want to kind of start to dive. I'm feeling the apple vibe recently. And so I kind of wanted to start to like dip my toes in that, but I wasn't quite ready for apple spice yet. So I ended up pulling out this Disney Signature Treats Fruit and Hazelnut Waffle Delight. And I feel like this, I did 4 cubes around the upstairs. This has like an apple, I don't want to say base. Like the first sort of scent note I get is like that apple fruitiness. But it's kind of complex. It has a lot of this like other hazelnut, waffle, whatever they're saying is going on here. It's not just apple. So to me, when I was picking it out, I was like, this is kind of like an apple bakery light on the spice, which was kind of what I was going for. So I pulled it out on cold. I was like, I don't really know. I didn't like have high expectations. I was just like, I don't really know what to expect from this, but I'm gonna pull it and see what happens. If I hate it, I'll change it out. Actually ended up really, really liking this. I loved the way it like developed. I thought maybe the like hazelnut waffle situation could potentially go like weird. Maybe either be too cloying or just have a funky undertone. I feel like the whole combination of this on Warm did really, really well. So I'm excited I have 4 more cubes. Not like super devastated I don't have more bars of it or anything like that. I feel like this was a weird one for combination's sake. I didn't really know what to like pair it with, which I'll get to, but it kind of almost has like, it's kind of like an appley red fruity, but then I almost get like a blueberry in the middle, which it just says fruit. So, I mean, it could be, but I mean, we got like apples, bananas happening on the cover, strawberries, maybe no apples, strawberries and bananas happening on the cover. I don't feel like it smells like strawberries or bananas. I feel like I get an apple, I almost then immediately get like a dark berry, almost like a blueberry, not quite raspberry. It feels more blue, but it's red. So it's kind of tripping me up. So I was considering pairing it with something blueberry, but then I ended up not doing that. But I feel like in the warmers, I'm not quite getting that blueberry, more just getting like that fruit bakery. I don't know. I really liked this one. I got these really late last year, 11 of 24, as you can see. So it was like past the time I wanted to use them. I feel like right now is kind of the perfect time for some of these. And then let's just talk about one more Scentsy thing. In the bathroom at work, I ended up swapping out our fragrance flower. It was dead. It was empty. And I put in a cider mill. And this is technically only day 2 of me having it in there, but it was doing really, really well already. And I combined it with a cider mill room spray just for fun. Let's talk about the candles I paired with the waxes. So for the morning warmer situation, I paired these together. I didn't maybe use this as religiously as I maybe should because this combination is really good, but I literally picked it just for the combination. So I did the Graham Cracker Crunch, combined it with this Goose Creek Nutty Buddy. I've talked about this pairing a couple weeks back maybe. I just absolutely love these together because this is a wafer peanut butter chocolate situation, and that Graham Cracker Crunch is literally like a peanut butter graham cracker situation. Perfect combo, right? So I've really been enjoying pairing those together. Use this in the candle lamp, as you can maybe tell with the funky situation going on here. Not sure how much more I'll put this under the lamp. I could see myself, if my crock opens up, rotating this to my crock just to kind of like go through it. And then I'll probably keep this jar for nostalgia. I'm a big Nutty Buddy fan, so that's literally the only reason I bought this candle. But I actually have really enjoyed the scent of it. So poured off a layer of wax after I ended up using it this week. And then in combination with my fruit hazelnut situation, as I said, I was kind of craving some apple and I didn't know what to combine with that. Kind of almost went the blueberry route, but I wanted something apple. So I ended up picking out the Goose Creek Apple Cheesecake Cupcake, which definitely is not the same sort of vibe as that other scent. This to me is a lot more like apple, almost a hint of like a caramel-esque, even though it doesn't say that. I feel like I almost get a hint of that. It could just be like the bakery aspect of this. The notes, it says argala apple, batter, and cheesecake. I mean, look at the picture. I feel like it being green also was kind of funny or maybe throwing me off. But it just, to me, was like a really sweet apple bakery, maybe a little bit on the caramel side. And I really enjoyed it. So it didn't necessarily go perfectly with that other scent, but I kind of like alternated them a little bit. Once again, used it in my lamp and I ended up pouring some off of it. But I actually really, really enjoyed this scent. Surprisingly, I was like, cheesecake can be hit or miss. Like, you know, sometimes it's a little milky or things like that, but I've really been enjoying it. And I've really been enjoying using candles underneath my lamp because I feel like I love the fact that my lamp has a timer, so it makes it super simple to just kind of set it and forget it. Also, I love using my lamp because I feel like I get fragrance right away, like almost within 2 minutes, I start to get fragrance, and I never get a burnt scent. Like I never get that burning, like funkiness happening. I just get pure scent of whatever the candle or the wax is supposed to smell like, which is amazing. Like I feel like it surprises me every time I do something new because I'm just like, when I burn a candle, you know, you just automatically get that like little bit of burnt whatever, no matter the brand. But under the lamp, it's just been so yummy. So I've been trying to only do like my countries or my Kringles. Honestly, that's probably about it outside of the lamp, because I just feel like those ones do a little bit better when they're burning. They don't have quite as many issues as some of these other brands. Everything else I've been totally putting under the lamp, and I've really been enjoying it. So that's everything though that I worked on this week. Fits nicely into this little basket. I turned all my warmers on right when I got home because I do want to swap them out tonight. So now, as soon as I'm done chatting with you, I'm going to go through and pick out some new wax, some new candles, etc., and get some things going to talk to you about next week. So that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.